Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm back. I always start with closing the door. It's become a habit. I don't know why. Anyway. Oh god, the banes of summer. I've got to try and record as much as I can, like for, being lively. Well, saying that, it sounds like I'm acting like it. But you know when I'm like quiet and distant in some videos, it's because it's at night time. Like that, for Dragon Age I can deal with it, but for something like this and a live reaction, it needs to be in mornings, and thank God the people have gone. The bane of my existence. People. The morning sunlight streaming through my window wakes me up instead of my alarm, and I realise that it must be Sunday. I've got to record at least 2 episodes of Emiest. It's Tuesday today, so yeah, 2 episodes. Maybe 4. Might not be that lucky recording 4, but oh well. But if it suddenly ends abruptly this episode, then people have come home, so I apologise. Emi has kindly designed... What? What? Denied me? No? What? I have no idea what that says. There's kindly something to give me weekends off from our morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lean myself out of bed. If we go to Kenji, I will kill you. You will know pain beyond your own comprehension. I don't know why I did that. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Emi wasn't minding me. It has gotten a little easier. I've been worried that the runs would start to wear on my nerves, but thus far I haven't minded them that much. Well, it's only been a week. Oh god, I just realised the bloody sex scene. Oh god, I'll be awkward. Very awkward at night. I'm gonna be so quiet. Oh god. Well, then again, I am slightly quiet even when it is the mornings, but even when people aren't around, but you know. You know. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. As Emi said, it's harder to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Emi. I am. I'm fully prepared. She'd probably give me those puppy dog eyes and I'd feel terrible about myself. Well, that's why I'm the better person. Puppy dog's eyes don't work. Sorrow doesn't work on me. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? That was actually a nice effect. Hey, you're coming to my track meet on Sunday, right? What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Oh god. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? I don't think you said that. Exactly. So don't forget, okay? Crap. Emi's track meet. I better get a move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm even considering going. What about to see Rinny? Otherwise it would defeat the whole purpose of going. Why are there so many people? And so I soon find myself quite suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. Oh god, these ones, Jesus, I forgot about them. I'll admit it's almost comforting to know we're not the only school like this. After you see that there can be 2 schools with a bunch of defective kids, well, that sounds horrible. You stop feeling so defective. You're not defective, you just have differences that make you unique for other people. You also start feeling unique, which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case it sure as hell isn't. That's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, learn there's a lot of others who would kill to be saddled with your problem instead of whatever they're dealing with. Really? I wouldn't want to have a... Well, then again, I don't have a heart, so... Some of the kids here aren't here because they're missing a leg or they have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. Jesus! And that's only if they get the right sort of care. Oh god. It's a bitter sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I've got a chance of being alive through college. But there it is. Oh god, I would... If I knew I was going to die, I wouldn't just like let people mollycoddle me. I'd be like, what are you doing? There's no point in prolonging the inevitable. I mean, that's just my opinion. Well, for myself, of course. I brought out my rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers. You came. Of course. But of course! I said I would, didn't I? That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Exactly! Let's all give a like for Rin. Oh. Well, I don't. No, I don't. And I will admit, that is my greatest of weaknesses. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back toward the stands. I owe Emi money now. Well, I admire that you didn't have faith in me, because I didn't have faith in me either. Why is that? I didn't think you'd show up. Emi did. So I owe her 500 yen. You two bet an awful lot, don't you? Oh! Another shrug from my armless companion. I don't think so. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods upwards. Up there. I came out to see if you'd come. For the bet, I presume. Can you blame her? Rin leads the way and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench. Who's this? There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. Oh, well, if we're going by that assumption, then she's obviously Emi's. If I'm wrong, then... Oh, maybe Rin's? Well, they do have the same eye colour. She's got rather long hair, done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar seeming grin. What the hell would that be? Oh god, do I have to do her voice? Oh god. I don't have a voice for her. Let's just go with my normal. Well, then again, let's just go with just a random voice at the moment, and then I'll decide if she is like, you know, in this story for the long run. Well, this is surprising. I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy. Well, she could have me anytime. Huh? A snack? I wondered why I was down there. The woman laughs again, in a way that seems familiar. Where have I seen her before? It's Emi's mum. Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. Oh my, I'm... Mieko? Let's call it Maiko Ibrozaki, Emi's mother. Maiko. Call me Michael. Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. She's like a taller, older, and better endowed Emi. What the hell does that mean? Apart from her hair being a darker shade than Emi's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. I don't see it. Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. And really, you don't have to apologize for not introducing yourself, Miss Ibrozaki. That's really Rin's job in this situation, isn't it? Another laugh from Emi's mother. I take it you've not known Rin for that long then. I know enough to know that she's crazy. It's best not to expect her to remember something like that. Well, I never expected her to. She's got other things to think about, I assume. Rin nods, seemingly pleased by this assessment. Exactly. She's right. I was thinking about sunsets. You see, it's really up to us to make introductions and the like. Okay. For lack of any better response, I nod. Mr. Brazaki leans back a little on his seat and raises an eyebrow. So how long have you and Rin been dating? Oh, don't tease me like that. Oh, this is Emi's arc. Oh, don't do this to me. My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled expression, Emi's mother bursts into laughter again. Oh God, you're a blusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. Maybe. So this must be a new romance then, mustn't it? Wait, that's not the question that... Another laugh. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. Oh my God! That's horrible, but beautiful at the same time. I'm sorry. Forgive an old woman's a woman her amusements. Old? Piss off. Yeah, exactly. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. Exactly. Clearly Emi gets her youthful features from her mother. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. It's starting. Mickey! Shayna is in a romance, utterly devastated. I direct my attention to the track, where they are preparing for the first sprint. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My ears scan the run... My eyes, Jesus, ears? Scan the runners before finding Emi. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. It's a gun! The starter raises his pistol. Oh my God, those faces. Emi explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside line, Emi surges to the front of the pack. Oh my God. It's like a wolf. By the time she rounds the final turn, some of the other runners have caught up with her. Their efforts come to naught though, since a final burst of speed from Emi leaves them at least a half a second behind. Oh, she won! Not surprised, but from the way it was sounding. Mr. Brazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Ha! Emi bounds off the track, looking behind with herself. What? Looking behind... Looking pleased with herself. Jesus. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, oh God, Misha with a gun, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible. Mr. Brazaki grins proudly. Emi's a heck of a runner. We all fall silent as the next event is being prepared. I'm surprised to see Emi's striding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run? Emi's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. Oh, fair enough. It's a lot of running, but Emi can handle it. Let's hope she isn't pushing herself. From the looks of things, she's right. She's right. Yeah, I said that right. Damn it. Emi doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this? It's a 200-meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100-meter, and the relay. I see. So, oh my God. Once again, Rin flinched then, I think. Once again, the pistol sounds, and once again, Emi flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. Emi's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they'd take very long to complete. Your foot. Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh. You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. Your friend is racing, what do you expect? Rin looks at me quizzically. Why wouldn't I be? No reason. I just thought stuff like sports wouldn't interest you. Well, they probably don't, but I mean, they would do if like a friend was involved. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emi, not the sport. See? Jesus! Oh, fuck. You don't follow, she explained it. How don't you follow? It's as she said. She's watching her friend race, not the sport. And she even said that the sport doesn't interest her. So obviously, if her friend is competing in a sport, she will watch. Not for the sake of the sport, but for the sake of her friend. Emi's the most Emi when she runs. You don't get to see Emi at her Emiest very often. But here, you can see. She directs my attention towards the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Emi closely. I'm actually ashamed of myself that I didn't get the, well then again, I shouldn't really say The Wolf Among Us, should I? Just in case spoilers. As she gets onto the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. Oh my god. Oh, zooming again. It's freaky. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at this blinding speed. But we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. It's all over in a few seconds, but in those few seconds I feel like I just witnessed something very personal for Emi. Running! As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returning to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run like that fast. No, I think Emi's prowess all came from her father's side. At that mention of Emi's father, Isabella Zaki looks wistful, almost sad. He got her into running, you know. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, she told me. I'm uncertain as to whether or not it would be rude of me to ask after Emi's father. I think it would be rude. But after that look on her face a few days ago, I feel compelled to ask. Where is her father now, if I might ask? Emi's mother hesitates, clearly not willing to answer the question, but at the same time not wishing to appear rude. Oh, you put her in a catch-22. He isn't around anymore. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Emi just seemed a little sad when she mentioned him earlier. That's not surprising, considering. Don't go, Just be like, I see. They were very close. Well, I got that sensation. I see. Beeping noise suddenly. emanates from Miss Hibarazaki's pocket. I was just about to say, that can't be my phone, no one rings me. And that's not my ringtone. What is my ringtone anyway? I think it's for bloody comatose. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages? I don't have a text message. Well, it vibrates. What is he, 16? Oh, nothing. I've got to go meet up with a friend of mine. Sure, a friend with that face. Will you tell Emi I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. But of course! Oh, we're loaded with Rin! I'll admit that I zone out for a while. I almost don't notice that the relay is about to begin, but when I look, I can't find Emi. I thought that Emi would be running the relay. She runs anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. I have no idea what that means. Did you see it? Huh? Emi at her Emiest. Maybe. Maybe this time. The race begins and I cheer Emi's teammates along as they pass the baton. Baton! Mickey! Stop teasing me. Finally I see Emi sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. The look of determination and fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. Emi at her Emiest, I suppose. But then, as she crosses the finish line, I see her stumble slightly. Like she's gritting her teeth in pain. Or anger. It's only barely, but it's a defiant stumble. Anger then. Rin inhales sharply and actually looks concerned for a second. I actually noticed it too. Oh, Emi. Did she hurt herself, do you think? You noticed it too? It must be bad. Oh god, that flinch. I've never seen her. Oh god, that is affecting me. She frowns as if deciding on the next course of action. Eventually that proves to be too tiresome and she shrugs again. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can find a laurel branch. A laurel branch? Isn't that those flower hats? That's not going to be easy. Rin shrugs. At least we tried. Well, we didn't really try all that hard. Well, we did. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Or at all. But hey, whatever. Emi is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run. Rin seems to be waiting for Emi to notice that she's arrived. Oh yeah, I guess she can't exactly wave Emi over. You idiot. Then again, I'm not sure that Rin would do such a thing even if she had arms. That's true. It doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Either way, I'm not willing to wait, so I wave to Emi, who looks up and grins happily at me, us. Hey, you showed up! Guess Rin owes me money now, huh? We would have brought you a crown of laurels, but Isao didn't find one. Hey, neither did you. It wasn't my job to look. When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find... Oh! Oh, that's beautiful. See if you can find a laurel branch. Try to keep up. Oh, the troll of Katawa. I shrug. Guess Rin's rubbing off on me. Seems it's my fault after all, Emi. Emi laughs at Rin and me. It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow. Sure. I get the feeling we've dodged ourselves into a trap that we'll never be able to get ourselves out of. Good. So how do I look? I stop myself from blurting out beautiful or amazing and settle for the substantially safer, very impressive. Emi seems pleased with this assessment. The fuck? Alright. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she knows already. Exactly, you idiot. Besides, it seemed like it would take away from her efforts somehow. Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little slow on the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh? Oh. Rin kicks me and keeps me from finishing my sentence. What was that all about? He noticed it. At the end. That's no good. Guess the nurse will look at it for me later. There's a carelessness in her voice, as if it's a big deal, but I suddenly notice a slight twitch on her face. Like she's trying to hide the fact that she's in pain. It's then that I notice her breathing is a little shallow too. I guess she really is hurt. She must notice my concern because she skips up to me and gives me a friendly pat on the shoulder. Don't patronize me, woman! Hey, you look a little worried. I'm fine, really. The biggest lie a girl can ever say. Just sore from all that running is all. And come on, a little pain isn't going to stop me. Oh no. Emi grins, and for a moment she looks like she did during her sprint, fierce and unconquerable. Or to put it another way, really beautiful. Hasn't yet? Well then, I guess I shouldn't worry, huh? Damn right, I'm Emi Irizaki, fastest thing on no legs. I don't stop for anything. Impressive. Emi giggles and then seems to remember something. Oh, before I forget, Rin and I are going to do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. You should come along. Post-track meet celebration, isn't that something that should be before? Normally we do it a day after, but since the track meet was on a Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of. Plus, our morning runs, of course. Right, of course. Alright, your mum wanted to say she's proud of you. She'll call you later tonight. I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it. It used to be my dad who showed up to my meets, but Mum does a pretty good job of taking over. She shivers slightly and I realise that she's still all sweaty. A breeze has started to blow too. I'm not cold at all, and I've got my jacket with me, so without a word I throw it around her shoulders. Emi jumps slightly and then grins at me. Hey, thanks. It's getting a little cold, I guess. Yeah, looked like it. Just as I begin to wonder whether or not giving Emi a jacket could be taken the wrong way, a boy in the track uniform approaches. Hey Emi, you're going to miss the medal ceremony. Oh yeah, thanks. She turns to Rin and myself. You don't have to stick around for this part, it takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up later, Sal. Morning run tomorrow, don't forget. How could I? Good point. I mean, it's spending time with me after all. I'm giddy with anticipation. Save me, Rin. With this, she waves quickly and dashes off to receive her medals, or whatever they pass off as medals these days. Rin and I head away from the track, Rin remaining deep in whatever thoughts she has for most of the walk back to her dorm. As I see her off, she speaks up. You're probably not getting that coat back, I think. I'm sure I'll get it back eventually. Interesting. Take it as it comes, huh? Very Emi-ish. With this odd statement, she turns and heads into the building. Honestly, what was it that big a deal? Emi was cold and, unless I'm mistaken, in pain. Giving her a solution to at least one of those problems seems like an obvious reaction. Though I guess there's a chance I could lose my jacket if Emi never remembers to return it. Ah, balls. I guess Rin has a point. Still, I can't bring myself to muster much worry over the whole thing. After all, it's getting warmer lately. Bloody summer. I don't need a jacket. Odd. I think I used to be a little more responsible with my stuff. Emi-ish. Huh. Maybe that's not really a bad thing. Katawa? Do 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 do. It's Nursey Boy. And with that, we'll end it off. Good day, Jon Snow. I don't know. Good day. See you in episode 19, which will be a couple of seconds after.